I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad. Miss Wig. I got your wig, ho. I got your wig, ho. Miss Wigiana. I got your wig, ho.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Before we get into this video, everything I say is not motherfucking fact in this bitch, so don't take it as such.
Girls can't take my motherfucking mouth, bitch. My mouth is real and it's raw and it's raunchy, bitch. I'm gonna give the girls exactly what the fuck they asked for. The girls is going to know my wrath. Trust me.
Hey, we back in this bitch. Yes, it is Karen Huger's wig, or like the Wigiana, whatever you want to call me. But I am back with another fucking video. I know some of you guys are wondering, where the fuck have you been, bitch? Look, I needed a rest. I needed a break, but I am here now, and we will be going over a multitude of things because a lot has been going on. But the first thing we're going to be going over is the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and all that entails Miss Monica Lewinsky doll on my gown, or should I say Miss Reality Von Teese. Girl, what's going on?
I can't wait as a fan to find out what goes on in this phone conversation that Heather gets while we're in Bermuda. I know you can't tell me exactly what happens, but what can you tease about that? And does this kind of change the course of the season?
Absolutely. She learned stuff on that call. And like I said, I had certain things that, I already knew that made the whole lawsuit less surprising. Okay. There were a lot of elements that went into, this call.
Sure.
And I was shocked. It was not something I ever in a million years would have expected.
Okay, so it might have something to do with the whole legal situation.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Oh,
gotta watch.
Oh my God. Was somebody like booking a flight home immediately? I would imagine this was crazy. Was this the most explosive cast trip that you've ever been on?
Yeah, for so many reasons. Mm-hmm. It's not even just the fighting in and of itself. Sure. Definitely set a precedent, I'll say that.
Yeah.
You are Reality Von Teese. Okay. Just give me a minute. Wait till everyone's here. I have something really important I need to tell you.
I got your text. What's going on?
Hey, thanks for meeting me.
Yeah, what's up? Are you okay?
Let's wait for Meredith.
Okay.
Hey guys. Hi. Thanks for coming.
What is going on?
I'm
nervous.
I'm shaking.
Yeah, me too.
I know, so am I. There's something I need to tell you guys.
Okay.
And it's big, and it's not good.
What is it? You're gonna cry.
Heather. So guys, we've come a long way as four.
Let me find a tissue for this bitch, because what's going on? What's with all the dramatics? Spit it the fuck out. And what do you mean, like, you came a long way as four? I mean, I know what it means, as I'm not a dumb bitch, and I've heard, like, the phrase before. Like, we've come a long way or whatever. But I'm thinking to myself, y'all ain't good friends like that. What is, like, okay, we just gonna go with these dramatics.
Monica is not who she says she is.
Okay.
She's not our friend.
Heather, why is your dumb ass trying to... Hold on, wait a minute. Let me clean it up. Okay, hold on. Let me start over. Why are you trying to portray that you four are like some type of close friend group? Because you're not. You and your kissing cousin, Pumpkin, just got close again. Barely. And then Miss Pumpkin and Meredith just got close again. Barely. And Miss Lisa and Pumpkin just got close again. Barely. Y'all not close like that? Or y'all close now because y'all want to turn on Miss Monica Lewinsky doll on my gown, the star? No, I'm not excusing whatever she did or is going to do, but I'm just saying, like, the convenience of y'all all being so close now.
She's someone that has schemed and worked to infiltrate our friend group.
Okay,
and the name that you all know her as, the woman whose birthday we celebrated, who we have been trying to champion and support and defend. is Reality Von Teese.
Why'd she leave? Why'd she return? Send me all the deets. And who am I? That's one secret I'll never tell. The only one. XOXO. Gossip Girl. Where is she answering? And who am I? That's one secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
Released all the videos about Jen. That was Monica that recorded them. All of those audio recordings and behind the scenes secrets, things that have hurt and affected our lives that we've fought over for 3 years.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into some things, let's get into this outfit because, yes, sponsored by Supermade. Yes, let's get into the shorts. Let's get into the shoes, Gucci socks. Come on, Coach bracelets, Hermes. Come on, Balenciaga. Yes, 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 yes. But now, Miss Reality Von Teese, let's get back into you because what's going on? Why do you have spam pages to harass these girls? What's the tea? I knew you as Miss Monica Lewinsky All on My Gown, and now I have to call you Miss Reality Von Teese or Miss Monica Lewinsky All on My Gown / Reality Von Teese. Girl, that's too long.
Heather? You are Reality Von Teese.
No.
You are an internet troll. You are a cyber bully.
Girl, I know. That's exactly why I called her a snake. Like, you dumb bitch. Like, low-key, I want to DM Mary from, like, a burner account. She probably wouldn't ever see it. And just be like, bitch, I could do it from Reality Von Teese. Okay? But anyway, because, you know, she'd be watching that shit. And she would open our messages. And just be like, just so you know, Jillian, one of our followers fucking said that she said everything. Just so you fucking know. Bitch, that girl is a fucking dirty, dirty rat. She's a rat. You guys, I think I might drive up to Park City because the movers are coming today. What do you guys think? Should I do it? To record? For like BTS Reality Von Teese footage?
This is what I'm in disguise.
Make me a matchmaker, make me a match.
Driving by Jen's house. Low key, I think I might have found my father's actual descent.
Like, look, at the end of the day, my goal is to be a star, bitch. Kind of joking, but also kind of serious. Like, I don't want to ruin my chances for ever being on a Bravo show. Hello. No!
Monica, girl, hold on. You going out bad. If you supposed to be doing these things, or, okay, hold on. Let me clean myself up because I'm a little woozy right now, as you see. If you are going to be doing these chaotic things behind the scenes, I'm going to need you not to get caught up. Why is there recorded evidence of you doing your dirt? This is not good, girl. This is not a good look for you. I was standing you, Miss Monica Lewinsky All on My Gown, but I don't know too much about these troll pages. Or at least them having evidence of you doing it. Girl, like what? Girl, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more clean than this. A little bit more sly than this. A little bit of a better spy than this. Yes, come on, song.
That means it's part true.
Oh my God. Disgusting. Lisa? It's disgusting. You think you can sit at our table and have us celebrate your birthday?
Girl. Miss Monica Lewinsky All on My Gown / Reality Von Teese. What the fuck? What is going on? I cannot believe you got caught up like this. And you let these girls just really eat you up now because they have all the evidence they need to prove that you are Miss Reality Von Teese. And you just admitted it. So kudos to you for doing such because most housewives would lie down to their grave, not admitting anything that they did wrong. So again, kudos to you. I'm not giving you flowers for making these pages though because that's a little bit chaotic, but shout out to you for admitting your wrongdoings or taking part of this sour ass page.
That was a lot. Okay.
Okay, hold on in this bitch, because I know some of y'all are confused on who the fuck this bitch is talking in my video. Okay, who she is Heather's hairstylist now. She currently, again, does Heather's hair now. And she was Miss Monica Lewinsky All on My Gowns / Reality Von Teese's friend. Y'all following? And beyond that, she also took part in the Reality Von Teese's page, or Reality Von Teese page, whatever the fuck. She took part in it. And how we have these leaked audios is because of this girl talking. Messy.
How I will start this off is by saying our reputations in this city precede us. If you've known me, if you've worked with me, if you've been around me, you know my character. If you know Monica, if you've experienced Monica, if you've seen what she's capable of, it's wild. I definitely have a lot to say. I definitely have a lot of evidence to show that she is lying, completely lying. I just want to make sure I say it with from a level-headed place. Okay. I was fully aware of that page. Fully around for all of it. At that time in my life, I just really thought I was supporting my friends and doing the right thing by supporting them because they had gone through traumatic experiences with someone else. And so this is what they wanted to do. And I was like, I don't have no beef with this girl, but hey, I mean, if this is how you guys feel like I can best support you and your trauma, then me being who I was and loyal to a fault, obviously, supported them and thought that this was how I could support them. As my career started taking off, I fell more and more back from that group of people, Monica, and stopped wanting to hear about it, and it's just what it is. And then that screenshot that was shown, like, we're in Holiday, give us Heather's address. Her and Koa would literally go and sit in Jen's freaking neighborhood for hours. We would always be like, girl, what's the freaking point? Like, go home. And she would always try to figure out all the ladies' addresses and stuff. But I'm like, Heather's my new client. I'm not going to tell you her address. Like, what? I know what you're capable of. And now you're doing it to me in real time. Like, literally got a boyfriend in my neighborhood, 17 seconds from my house. I timed it. Like, I literally had to file a police report because the girl likes to go to people's neighborhoods. And because I knew what she was capable of, I freaking filed a police report. Like, this girl knows no bounds. Like, she knows no bounds. She knows no bounds.
Damn, Monica, I didn't know your ass was this unhinged. Okay, girl, your old friend got police reports on your ass. And what did you do to make this girl spill all your secrets like this in recordings and so on? I guess you didn't particularly do anything because she took part in this page as well. But now she working for Miss Heatherette. And now all of a sudden, Miss Heatherette uses this information on the finale of the show. Girl, I feel like you knew all season. Because again, how all of a sudden... Maybe you knew last season too, because I don't know, just something is not adding up to me that this girl is now your assistant who is spilling all this tea on Miss Monica Lewinsky All on My Gown. Did she tell you before she started doing your hair or after? Like, how did this all happen? You're talking about Miss Monica Lewinsky All on My Gown / Reality Von Teese infiltrated the group. But I mean, like, the hairstylist did too, because she's doing your hair too, and she's still working for you. But she also took part of the page, or in the page, or whatever the fuck. I'm confused on why y'all are, like, mad at Miss Monica Lewinsky All on My Gown. I mean, I'm not confused on why you guys are mad at her, because I get it. But then how come you're letting this bitch do your hair? Not Monica, but the girl who's spilling all Monica's secrets and tea. You letting her do your hair, but you also mad at Monica when this bitch who did your hair took part in the page, too. Okay, girl.
Pack your bags and go.
Like I said, I'm just a bit confused on why Heatherette is excusing this hairstylist behavior in part in this page, but not Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown. I mean, none of them should be excused, really, but I'm not letting no bitch play in my motherfucking head who's been making pages and posts about me that are not good, that are not nice. That don't make no goddamn sense. She ain't about to be pulling and plucking on my motherfucking edges. What I have left. Hell the fuck no. And then Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown. You gonna let Heather dismiss you like this? You not going out with a bang? You not going out swinging? You not going out punching? I'm not saying I condone violence, but something of the sort. You need to go out with something. I mean, you just going out bad because you just got exposed and you just walking away sad.
I'm gonna sit down and talk to a few people. A few people have reached out, and I'm gonna tell every single detail. I have a folder. I named it Monica in my galleries of over like 1,500 screenshots.
The only thing that you did was unite those four assholes. That's the only thing that you did. How can you forget that your job is to get on air time, to get into as many scenes as possible? You gotta play nice. I know you don't like her. I know you got beef with her, but you're an actress. You gotta pretend like all is right in the world. It's a job. It's a show. It's a reality show that you worked hard to get on.
You left me completely in the fucking water with these bitches. You took Angie's side. I was not a disaster. I was not an embarrassment.
You were in someone's home yelling and dropping S.
So was everyone else. Go yell at them. Go yell at Heather. Go yell at Lisa.
No one else was.
Yes, they were. You should have been listening harder then, I guess. You should have been listening harder. She started it.
This is a job.
Don't come over here and start this shit with me.
Don't make it personal.
You don't understand? Go talk to Lori because you're a fucking mess. And you fucked it up yesterday. She's the head person. You should know who she is.
Okay.
You are insane. You looked like a crazy person. Just so you know.
Don't do that. I took the day off.
Super
I
classy.
took the day off from
I fell down the fucking stairs. And all you could.
That's on you. Wow. Nobody pushed you down the stairs.
Wow! Get out of my house! Get the fuck out of my house! Get the fuck out of my house! I fell down the stairs and you're like, that's on you? That's on you? You're disgusting. You're disgusting.
That's on you.
You are disgusting. Bye. Bye. Thank you for coming over with this toxic shit. Thank you.
Fucking balls.
Take the fucking balls. You are so gross. Your kid falls down the stairs and you say that's on me? You are so gross.
You should not.
You are so gross.
You shouldn't have run away.
Run away? I was leaving. You were in my face.
You shouldn't have run away.
Being disgusting in front of all those people.
Disgusting.
I was being disgusting. Angie started that shit. Angie started it.
You put a kibosh on.
You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
You don't know what you're doing.
Bye. You came over and
you abandoned me.
I abandoned you? I abandoned you.
I took the day
Are
off
you
from
fucking
work
serious right now?
on the last day of the month.
Are you fucking
to do this
serious
for you,
right now?
I had to drive home in a shit box.
A shit box? You should be grateful they paid for your ride. How about thank you for giving me a free ride home?
How about thank you? I took the day off from work to do that.
I did say that. And then you fucking... Yes, I Stop. Stop. The fact that you are the victim right now.
I'm not saying I'm the victim.
You are acting like the victim.
Well,
You said, I'm in my house. I'm in my house.
Take it down.
You don't want to be yelled at? Then leave.
Down.
I don't have to.
I
don't have to. You are in my house.
You lost sight of the vision.
You
lost sight of the job.
Oh my God.
You lost sight. You got out of control.
And that's why Lori said my shit was the best of everyone that night, and everyone else dropped the fucking ball.
You were the hottest mess. That makes you the best.
Yeah.
That's what you
get
want.
the assignment.
That's what you want to put
assignment.
You want
you were disgusting. You looked like an awful mother. You didn't even fucking care I fell down the stairs.
No,
All you wanted,
I didn't.
Wow. Okay, get out. Get out. Dead ass. Get out of my house. Nana is waiting. She's very upset. Thanks.
And your boobs hanging out were disgusting.
Okay.
Meg is a fan of Monica. You are not a fan of Monica at the moment, and there was a lot of legal drama. I have a theory that she just came in thinking because you were friends it was a freebie. What is the latest with that?
Well, she was a customer at Beauty Lab years ago, and the case has been like, the reason it's been active now is because the press picked it up. But it wasn't really I can't speak a lot about it legally, but essentially she was a customer years ago. And I think we have a saying at Beauty Lab, everybody is VIP at Beauty Lab. Just because you're on TV doesn't mean we're not going to pursue unpaid bills.
Wow. Now, you said that you would never film with Monica again. And apparently, we're hearing she didn't leave on good terms with anyone from the reunion. Do you think she will still have a future on the show?
I mean, there is a lot to come. There is so much to come with the Housewives. I mean, and everyone says it's a great season, but there's more happening. And right now, I'm not friends with Monica. And it's a show that we film with our friends. And with the legal battle going on and the way that we left things at reunion, we're not friends right now. And I don't see us making amends.
And let's talk about the housewife that Tanisha works for. She knew about these recordings before they were posted. She knew very well about these recordings and was willing to use them against Jen. And I have proof of that. Next slide.
Girl, like I said, too much is going on and too many people are talking, okay? So now let's get into the reunion of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and all that entails this reality Bonteese bullshit.
We have a lot to go through tonight, and we will get into what happened at the finale. But before we get into the season, I also want to mention the Jen Shah of it all.
Okay. Okay, wait.
Can I what?
Can we turn it on? I need to go.
What is going on?
Why are the police here?
That's when I got a phone call. Well, it was a New York number. I answered it, and it was a detective saying, and what he said to me was, "Hi, this is Detective so-and-so. I just want to make sure, are you okay?"
Jen, this is a true story. So they randomly just chose your name to think that you and Stuart?
I have no idea, but I don't know any of the people that they asked me about.
You have no clue?
I have no clue what they're talking about.
How do you feel about your former first assistant, Stuart Smith, taking the stand against you? You described him effectively as your right hand, and now he's supposed to testify against you.
I'm fighting this. I am
fighting
innocent.
She's fighting it.
And I will fight for every person out there that can't fight for themselves because they don't have the resources or the means.
You know, there are nearly 10,000 people a year that are wrongly accused and convicted of a crime they did not commit. And it's important to me to fight. It's important to me, one, because I'm innocent. I'm not guilty of any of these charges that that I've been accused of.
Any comment at all?
Are you gonna go to jail for 11 years?
The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Jen Shah pleaded guilty in her federal fraud case today in front of U.S. District Judge Sidney Stein. Since the housewife pleaded guilty to count 1, conspiracy to commit wire fraud in connection with telemarketing, the prosecutor agreed to drop count 2, which was conspiracy to commit money laundering. Shah allegedly scammed hundreds of people, specifically elderly, in a widespread telemarketing scheme.
You know, this whole time I've been telling Dana that, like, you know, she should get to know Jen and make her own assumptions on Jen. Don't go off of public opinion. You know, we're innocent until proven guilty. You don't want to assume she's guilty.
I was always trying to protect myself. Like, I don't want to be associated with someone like that.
It is sentencing day for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast member Jennifer Shah. In federal court in Lower Manhattan, Shah could face up to 14 years in prison for running a nationwide telemarketing scheme that defrauded hundreds of people, including elderly and vulnerable victims. Her attorneys argue she deserves no more than 3 years in prison.
Excuse me. You're good. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me, guys. Excuse me. Pardon me, guys. Excuse me.
No, you can't go.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous and scared because to be away from my family. That's what I fear the most is, you know, that transition of you know, not being able to hug and kiss my boys and my husband every day and my mom and but, you know, at the same time, all of those emotions, I also feel hopeful and motivated to do a good job, you know, and make the most of my time away.
A number of people who surrender to federal prison, I know from experience, feel a sense of relief because at least the day that you surrender, you finally get credit for time served. So we're going to go back to the beginning of the journey, but is there a sense of relief that at least finally when I surrender in just a few hours, I'm finally getting some credit here?
Yeah, there is, like, there's so many emotions, and I have all of these, like, you know, nervous, scared, and then like hopeful. And there is a sense of relief because throughout this entire journey, there was so much ambiguity going through it, and there was so much unknown. And now for the first time, like, I'm in a position where I know what is happening tomorrow. I know what's happening. I know where I'm going to be tomorrow. I know what my plan is going forward. And so there's a sense of relief that I'm going to be able to put the past behind me and finally start truly healing and forging a new path.
Well, to create this path moving forward, I want to look back a little bit and reflect on some of the choices that have been made. The lion's share of people who become immersed in a government investigation never would have imagined in a million years they would become immersed in a criminal investigation. I was no different. When I learned that I was a target, I responded poorly. I didn't work well with my lawyers. I lied to the government. I did everything terribly. And yet I learned while in prison and now in this business, I'm not alone. So let's take us back to the beginning for a moment. When you learned that you were a target, what was your immediate response to this investigation?
My immediate response was, they must have the wrong person. Like, they must have this all wrong. I didn't do anything. That was my immediate response. I was in complete denial at that time and for a long time throughout the process, because I truly believed and was telling myself that I'm not guilty of these things that they're accusing me of. And that was my initial, that's what I thought when, you know, to answer your question, when the investigation and the arrest first started, that's how I felt.
And in working with your lawyers, do you feel from the beginning you were speaking openly and honestly with them? Or do you feel you couldn't yet comprehend what was transpiring, so you were not even in a position to convey to your lawyers what you knew when it happened and whatnot? Help us understand how well you work with your lawyers as soon as you learned that you were a target or had been arrested.
So that's a great question, because at the time when I thought I was working very openly with my lawyers and conveying all of the facts as I recalled them and what my involvement was. But then, you know, when I fast forward, I was really, it was like I was in this tunnel, right? And I was only seeing what I wanted to see and what I wanted to recall and what I thought, because again, my perception was, I didn't do this. I was in denial. And so it wasn't until, you know, much later, you know, a year later, where finally I had, you know, as you get more information and you look at things, I had difficult conversations with my attorney, because I realized I had to take some responsibility. I realized that, you know what, I made a mistake.
We learned early on about your connection with Jen Shah. Were you two close friends, or how would you describe your relationship?
I would describe it as we were friends first, and then I was working for her, and then enemies, I guess.
So what did you specifically do for her? What was your job description?
She needed help at the time with, honestly, her life.
Okay, first of all, I feel like I need to clarify. Assistant is a very,
Okay.
you know, I say charity work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
How did you
doing
find out
charity
what
work.
she was doing? Was she paying you?
No.
Okay, Miss Monica, I see. What the fuck? Hold on. Because I have a snatched waist, and this is making it look like I am inflated in this bitch. And I'm not body shaming anybody, but my waist is not inflated, and it's inflated, and I don't like that. It's the sweatshirt poofing out. But anyways, my point is, Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown. I see you, girl. The come up is real. First, you were Jen Shah's assistant. Okay, like I said, licking her nanny to get on top. I said this earlier in the season if y'all listen to me. But anyways, I like the hustle. Then you put her ass in jail, and now you are a snowflake holder. Girl, I see you. But you wasn't getting paid for your assistant work? Huh? You was licking nanny for free? Okay, I guess it did have like a point to it, because now you are on the show and sitting next to Andy on your first reunion. So yes to you, bitch. You know what you're doing, obviously.
Honestly, she was my friend. She needed help. It didn't start like that. We were friends first, and I was like, I can help you until you need somebody.
Oh, you know, you came into this fold because of your connection with Jen.
Yeah.
And that's how, you know, it kind of started.
Mhm.
You know, what are your thoughts on her now? Like, knowing what she's going through now,
Yeah.
you know, spending her time in prison, knowing her before that, what are you
Mhm.
hoping for her?
That is a very good question.
Mhm.
Honestly, thank you for wording it like that, because that is how I would hope it, that you would phrase
Mhm.
that. I hope that she finds peace, honestly. I think that she was battling a lot of internal demons.
Mhm.
That's genuinely what I think. And
Yeah.
I think it trickled out to everyone else.
Mhm.
Whatever was going on in the inside just kind of had this outward ripple effect.
Mhm.
And I hope that she's able to resolve all of that.
Yeah. Regrets on that friendship?
No.
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 Mhm.
People will say, do you regret the affair?
Mhm.
And that led me on a completely different religious journey,
Mhm.
which I'm grateful for.
Sure.
So I try to have this no regrets,
Mhm.
you know, kind of mentality, because it's literally led me to here.
Sure, yeah,
So-
no.
So you didn't have like.
I had a
Kim K
husband
started out
home
as
at the
assistant,
time.
and look where it got her, and I'll start out as an assistant and see where it gets me.
Like, look, at the end of the day,
my goal is to be a star, bitch. Kind of joking, but also kind of serious. Like, I don't want to ruin my chances for ever being on a Bravo show. Hello! No! Bravo will not touch you again with a 10-foot pole. And that's exactly what I was saying. I'm not trying to ruin my credibility or name or future like that. Bitch, what happens if fucking Lisa Barlow or Meredith Marks somehow, we don't know, okay, we got in with Jen, we would never be able to do that again.
Kim Kardashian was a assistant, and look at that bitch now.
Yeah.
I can fully admit that the whole reason why I was an assistant and putting up with that was as a stepping stone, as a learning experience.
So that proves what? That she was doing it to get on the show?
Are we supposed to be gagging at this little recording, Heather? Because if anything is making me admire Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown even more for her come up. Give her her flowers. Look what she did to get on this show, and look where she's at. I mean, am I condoning the behavior? Hell the fuck no, because it is unhinged to be making pages to harass people, pull up outside their house and record them and so on. Now that, too the fuck much. But I'm just saying, like, the come up is really real in this bitch, and y'all are mad about it because she came on this show and really ate it the fuck up, okay? She really did. I mean, I really wouldn't have watched if she wasn't part of this season. Not that I knew that she was going to be part of the season and all that was going on. It's just she really brought the drama.
Were you being her assistant to get on the show?
I didn't think I would ever end up on the show, honestly. But why wouldn't I try to get on the show?
I was just clarifying that I don't think you were her friend helping her. I think that you had an agenda.
Heather.
Well, you had an agenda.
Did you ever, do we have any reaction from the Shah squad to you being a housewife now?
Oh, they're furious.
They are.
Yeah.
And have we gotten have you had any contact with her specifically?
No.
A lot of viewers had questions about your friend at the Secret Service telling you that there was an active case against Jen. Since that doesn't seem like
That is not what he said.
Okay, what was it?
He did not say there was an active case.
Okay.
He said, get away from Jen Shah. She's going to prison.
Okay, how did you find out what she was doing? Like, for real?
For real, honestly, she told me.
She told you? She said, I am ripping off elderly people.
She told me how this...
Okay, you only have a little time. Come on.
No, she told me how her scheme works, and she asked me to be a part of it.
And then how did you go from there to becoming an informant against her?
I talked to the federal investigators.
Did you reach out to them?
I did, yes.
And said?
I said, I have information about your case.
And that's when I reached out to my friend in the Secret Service.
You did. And then and what was her reaction when she found out that you had spoken to the feds?
You know, we never actually got to talk after that because then I was a witness.
Ooh, damn. I would never want to be Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown / Reality Bontice's enemy. Once a friend and then turning your friend into the police. Now your friend is in the slammer eating honey buns. Nothing but honey buns and ramen noodles. What are friends for? Wow. Again, I'm not condoning what Jen did because obviously she deserved to be in jail because, you know, you do the crime, pay the time, or do the time. I don't know. It's something like that. But the bitch is in the pokey, and that's what she gets. Now, Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown, my point is, and why I'm even saying this again, it's just like, damn, even if I fell out with somebody, I wouldn't turn them in to the police if I knew they were doing something. Okay, hold on. If you was doing something with some kids and something like you ain't got no business, I guess I would. But it feels like to me, Jen did this, or not Jen, excuse me. It seems like Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown did this out of spite or for whatever reason to get on this show, but I don't even think she really knew that was going to happen with turning Jen in. I just think, again, she wanted to be spiteful and get her ass locked the fuck up, which she did. And now she's on the show that her friend was on that's now locked up. gag.
Why were you so quick to forgive Monica when she was the one spreading the gay rumors about your husband that literally made him cry, especially since your daughter's going to see this in the future?
Yeah, I think at the time I was really confused because Monica continued to say she's saying this, she's saying that. So in the moment, I was really focused on Meredith being the one.
The rumor is that Sean likes to f other men.
Are you f***ing kidding me? Are you f***ing kidding me? No. She is crazy.
What was your response to what went down tonight?
Well, it was interesting. I mean, for me, it's not a gay straight thing. It's an infidelity thing for me. You know, we love our gay community. You know, we've been embedded in it for 30 years now, just based on what we do for our business. But, you know, it's just, I'm here to support Angie and I'll take the hits.
And the only one that's spreading their legs outside of their marriage is Meredith.
She is saying that his boyfriends need to be quiet because they're out here in the streets of Salt Lake City talking about your husband.
What was going through your mind when it was brought up, and was it something you had heard before?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. The women are acting like, oh, it's been around there for a bit.
Well, I think Salt Lake City has come a long way. I think stereotyping for a hairdresser 15 years ago, yes, you may have heard that.
Right.
But there have never been infidelity rumors in my marriage existing in Salt Lake City or anywhere. When I went to the dessert shop, Monica really cried. And, you know, I'm a very empathetic person.
Angie, I need you to, you're doing a lot of, okay? You need to just sit there and admit, yes, I let Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown, put the battery in my back. I mean, she is to a certain degree, but like, say sorry to Meredith because you never had Meredith anywhere saying that your husband was gay. Now, she was alluding to type things that she knew on your man in your marriage, but she never said he was. Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown was saying he was. So, yeah, you let Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown get you riled up off of accusations that your man was, and he's not.
I felt sorry for her situation with her mom. I think I gave her a lot of grace. So I went backwards and put it back on Meredith. And that's also why Lisa was hurt.
Oh, I was very
because,
hurt.
Hold on, let me finish,
Okay.
baby gorgeous. Because I think we both really knew where it was stemming from, but I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I was wrong. Okay. Well, I understand that Meredith was the one dropping the threats, but then Lisa's telling me that you are doubling down by saying, well, yeah, even people are saying he's good in bed. I did. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because you keep phrasing it as if I started this rumor.
You,
All
you,
I
you,
did was
you started
tell
on
you.
national
I
television.
didn't start it.
You doubled down
I did not
You
start
doubled
it.
down on
brought it out on national television.
Talk about this rumor with Angie, and this is like so you said you heard about this rumor for a while.
Meredith was not the one to tell me this freaking rumor. She and I did discuss it.
Right.
I mean, I discussed it with multiple women, obviously, on the show, but that is not where I heard it.
Okay.
Meredith did not start that rumor.
So you heard it from the streets. That's like
Heard it
you
from
said.
the
You heard it from the
streets,
streets. You
girl.
heard it
Yep.
from the Salt Lake City
Yep.
streets. How come you didn't go to Angie prior to this then?
I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you because, you know, she's obviously said things that she has said in the public, but she and I were not that close. It wasn't something that I would reach out and tell her unless I'm with her, which we were building a relationship. We were building a friendship at that time. I would tell my friend that. I would. I'd be like, girl, did you hear what they're saying about you?
Yeah.
That's just how I am. And honestly, I would expect the same. If someone heard something, I would expect my friend to say, this is what they're saying. At that time, when I did tell her, we were in that place.
Sure, yeah.
So it made sense to tell her at that time.
Right. So were you completely baffled as to why she had such an issue with you saying that? Because she was like, why didn't you tell me? You're like, I did tell you. Like, we did have this conversation.
The whole thing is baffling to me. I'm going to be honest, we've all had a lot worse rumors said about us.
Yeah.
So that being the rumor, I'm surprised that she is so triggered by it. I know she's heard worse. So,
will we see that eventually come up too? Yeah. We'll see, this is just getting started.
Exactly.
Did you believe the rumor?
I didn't, But I know the thing is I don't judge anybody. I know that a lot of people think that I'm judging Lisa for having money. That's not what it is. Sure. I had to pick a freaking prickly, first of all. But I don't care. And I told her this when I did tell her. I said, we don't care if it's true or not. If you guys have an arrangement, amazing. If you have an open marriage, like whatever. I'm the last person to judge. Look at what I've done. So it didn't matter to me if it was true or not. But I also just kind of feel like, you know, if it was, I don't care. If it isn't, I don't care. But this is what they're saying. That's kind of where I was at.
I think the bottom line is, in hindsight, I regret that I really bought and fell for everything Monica was saying. She's lied a lot today. She's lied a lot, you know, last season. So I've learned my lesson, but in the moment I felt sorry for her, and I really felt like she cared about me as a friend, and she never was. So Andy's right.
I don't say this often, but duh, Andy is right in this bitch. He's the ringleader of the chaos, the master to all of the bullshit, and you slaves that are working for $2.99. I'm playing. I know y'all get paid way more than that to act a goddamn fool, but I'm just saying and relating this to, like, none of y'all are really friends on these housewife shows. What y'all do to each other behind the scenes to get more camera time is a lot. Okay, girls? So I don't know why y'all act like besties in front of the camera when y'all only are friends strategically to fit maybe a narrative you're trying to portray, and they will condone the bullshit. I don't know if this is making sense to anybody, but I'm just saying, like, girl, on these reality shows, as I just said, I don't believe any of you guys are truly friends. Maybe you guys are, but I feel like you guys use each other, and then when the cameras go down, bye.
So why were you so annoyed by Lisa carrying on about the $60,000 ring? I have to assume if you had lost a $60,000 ring, you'd be freaking out about it.
Lisa had every right to be upset about losing her ring. What I didn't like was that it was $60,000, $60,000, $60,000, $60,000, $60,000.
I only said the price 3 times.
As somebody going through a divorce and just me and my 4 kids trying to figure out what the F we're doing with our lives, it was hard to listen all day to you losing a $60,000 ring. Ever since that dinner in Palm Springs, when I said she's materialistic, I feel like I have just stayed under her skin.
What does she do to make you think that she's like that?
Oh my God, Mary, how many carats? Oh, this is the new Chanel. Oh my God, I love that. I love that.
And she tells you nothing about
I
herself
love that.
in the meantime.
That.
And then the rest, she's on mute.
Who do you think started that rumor
Because
that you stole the ring?
It wasn't me.
I'm not y'all accusing Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown / Reality Von Teese of stealing Lisa's ring. Do I think she stole it? Not really, but can I understand why people thought she stole it? Yes, as she kept bringing up the situation so many times. Yes, I understand you're annoyed of Lisa's talking about the ring, but damn, if I lost something with that much value, I'd be complaining too. $60K? Bitch, please, I'm gonna be talking about it every motherfucking day. I don't care how much money I have.
Why didn't you go online when you saw all the rumors and say, I do not think Monica stole that?
I don't think I need to do that. I don't think that's my job to do that.
Hold on, Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown / Reality Von Teese. Why would Lisa need to get online to defend you of the ring situation when she didn't even accuse you of stealing the ring, but the viewers were accusing you of such due to you bringing up the situation a numerous amount of times? And then again, why would she get online to defend you when you were the one who made a page called Reality Von Teese to harass and attack your cast members? Now you want her to get online to defend you when you were one of those people who were harassing people? It's not making fucking sense to me.
People that like watch your behavior and were like,
live if they thought you
watch
stole
my
the ring.
behavior? You think I would steal a $60,000 ring from you?
It's $58,000, just to be clear. I have a new one. It doesn't feel the same. I don't think of it the same. It looks good, but I liked my other one, and I want my other one.
Let's get into Lisa Barlow's $60,000 ring. Where is it? Did you take it, Monica?
Why does everyone say that? Why does everyone think, you know, rich people steal stuff too? It's
Oh, yeah.
Like, not like it was just me that was in that bathroom. And actually, I wasn't even in there when she dropped it. I went in there after to help her. I did not take it.
Okay, so you do have an alibi. That's good to know.
I have an alibi, yes.
What is the correct way to respond to losing a $60,000 ring?
Here's the thing, okay? You can be upset. That's totally valid. I just think, you know, mentioning the cost to everybody you see is where it's a little, like, classless.
Yeah. So will you be hanging out with Lisa Barlow this weekend?
I will not.
Monica, I don't know what to say besides you got a lot going on, and I don't again know why you had such a problem with Lisa in her ring situation. I mean, it probably was annoying to keep hearing about it, but if somebody lost a ring of that value, like I said earlier, you're going to hear about it all the time, at least from me if I was in that situation. Okay, but girl, you were the one who was crying over trying to keep up with these girls in the first place, but now you're trying to not understand why one would be crying over losing their ring, but you were crying over buying a Louis Vuitton bag to try to keep up with the girls, and it was an Alibaba bag. Girl, hold on, I got something for your dumb ass. Hold on, girl, I got you, and I got you something real if you want to come pick it up, honey. Yes. Oh, my microphone. Let me put the wine down. Actually, let me take a sipiana. Ah, yes, honey. Hold on. Okay, yes. Let's get into it. My hood. Okay. I got you something, girl. A real bag. Hold on. Is this what you dreamed of? A mini Louis Vuitton bag? This is what you was doing to keep up with the girls? You don't have to do that to keep up with the girls, okay? Don't waste your hard-earned money trying to keep up with these plastic-ass bitches. You already have the eye to the T. Okay, girl, because look what you did to this season so far. You got all the girls watching this show. People who weren't even watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City are now interested in this shit, okay? So, yes, now we're going to get into The Real Housewives of Potomac in this bitch. Let's get into it.
Had something to do with Juan being fired, and it just really, like, that hurts. I literally sat there and spoke up for my husband. You just literally going to take it like I'm the reason why he lost his job.
No, I'm
that
saying
what you said.
Robyn,
y'all can talk about the woman all you want, but don't talk
smart.
about his job.
All right, guys, let's talk about Juan Dixon now, because he has some behind-the-scenes drama now playing out that has nothing to do with his hit reality show. According to new reports, he has been fired from his coaching job at Coppin State University. So this comes on the heels of Juan's cheating scandal with wife Robyn Dixon. We talked about that in Celebrity Dish before. And more importantly, it comes after a lawsuit against Coppin University alleging one of his assistant coaches sexually assaulted and blackmailed a former player. Juan Dixon spent 6 seasons with the program. So guys, it hasn't been the best start of the year for him so far. Wisdom, do you know any more about this than we've heard so far?
No, the information about the blackmail and the allegations, that's, I'm not going to say old news, but we knew about that in the past before the season even started. And you know, coaches get fired all the time when they don't have a tremendous amount of success. It's just sad because, and I'm not talking about the reality show, I'm just talking about Juan in general, because he's such a big name here in Maryland with the Terps, winning the national championship, such a great basketball player and an icon in the sports world in this area. So to see all of this fall on him or come into his world with a lawsuit and then getting fired and then the reality TV, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's unfortunate.
Do you think he's going somewhere big next?
I mean, it could be. I mean, it's possible because, again, he is an icon when it comes to basketball. But this is a guy who has, he's got a family. He's got kids. He's got young boys who are basketball players. So, and all this stuff starts to play out, and they're old enough to know what's going on. So that's the unfortunate part when you start hearing things like this. Yeah.
My husband is hurting, and our family is hurting. He doesn't get involved in none of this but other people's husbands talk trash nonstop about people.
My husband don't say about none of y'all. Defends himself. My husband has lying ass mother.
Wanna go outside?
Are you sure? I'll check on you in a bit.
Even my little fucking teddy bear fell in this bitch. We still are talking about Juan. Juan is the storyline. We're crying over Juan still in this bitch. Cheating ass Juan. Tired ass Juan. Strappy Anna, will you leave this man? Again, I know you have kids and I know you don't want to cause them distress by leaving their father. But to show them what a strong woman can be, you need to leave this man who is mistreating you and putting you in these sour situations that you are now crying and complaining about and putting off on these other girls when your man is the one who is mistreating you and again putting you in these sour situations. What are you and your strap not getting? If you would leave this man and take your strap to Miss Giselle like y'all be eating in private and just do publicly, you'd be fine and you don't have to be embarrassed publicly by this sour ass man, if that's what you want to call him.
Why is she sitting on the curb? She just needs a minute.
She need more than a minute, Giselle. As you see your strap is in distress, maybe you need to eat her to make her feel better like you normally do. No, I'm playing, but damn, like I said, the situation of Juan got you sitting on a dirty ass curb in Texas. Get it the fuck together.
From Brooklyn. Oh yeah, that sounds kind of funky. Ow! Alright, break it down, then I start.
You know Miss Robbiana, Miss Strappiana, also known as Miss Toppiana. Get the strap, 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 get the strap. Giselle gonna get strapped down tonight. Get the strap, 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 get the strap. Giselle gonna get strapped down tonight.
Robyn is, when I tell you, so freaking strong.
Yeah.
And keeps it all in.
I feel bad for her and I don't even know what to do.
It's not smart to speak about an ongoing legal
I agree with you.
I'm not talking about my ongoing legal situation when the mother who is suing me is still married to the woman sitting in there.
Real Housewives of Potomac star Miss Candiace Dillard Bassett might have to run Michael Darby, honey, some major coin.
Well, that's right, Gary. Michael is dragging Candiace to the courthouse for defamation for claiming that he offered money to have oral sex with another man.
Call the police now. Give them a warning.
Get her,
I'm going to be in jail. No problem.
get her.
You're going to be in intensive care. Do you hear me?
Trash day valet living, come and get her. Bird cloud chasing silly hope. Trash day valet living.
Candiace.
I didn't hear you.
Michael Darby suing you.
So can we get a list of like what we can talk about and what we're not supposed to talk about?
No.
Like, do you wanna
Let's be dense another.
I would like for us to talk.
Okay. We are all grown, and we're gonna get caught up in our feelings, right? And I still believe we'll get past this too.
And I'm happy that Robyn is caught up in her feelings because for once, I'm seeing some emotion from her.
I've had enough of seeing Robbiana's feelings. I'm sorry, Candiace. It is nice to see her show some type of emotion over the situation, but it's more due to her being mad at your guys' questioning or holding her accountable, not due to what her man did to her to put her in these situations.
Allegations. She tried to imply that what I said had something to do with Juan being fired, and it just really, like, that hurts.
This is your relationship with her, okay? And she don't want to talk right now. I hear it.
I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said.
But I'm ready for the reunion because I just want to get there so that we can hash it all out. I have a few choice words for a few actors who are not being paid as I am to act on Hush season 2. Shout out to Octet Productions and All Black TV for those roles. I think maybe we can get Octet to hire some of these girls and just give them a role as an extra, just to get their feet wet. Because I'm ready for the reunion to get it over with, and maybe cast them on my show, my scripted show.
I feel that's because now I feel like the curtains pulled up, all the past performances people are doing. You guys, like you and Wendy, you're no longer like, no, we're not. We know everything going on now. So just be honest, or what are we doing here, kind of thing. And I feel that's also and I feel that's a hard situation to be in while doing a reality show, because you're kind of like, well, what can we do if just like X, Y, and Z situation? Like how can we perform and do what we're doing and have a conversation if we're just talking to walls?
Yes. No, exactly. It has become like talking to a wall. And you sort of see me throughout the season go through like the stages of grief as I'm like letting go of a friendship and recognizing that I am talking to a wall that is committed to misunderstanding. And then eventually, by the end of the season, I'm just like, middle fingers up and over it. Yeah.
It has been nice to see in this current arc of episodes, you and Robyn figuring out if you want to be friends or not. Like when you're together, you want to put on the slippers and you want to hang out, sweet and do your thing. But then I'm sure it's tough given everything that you guys went through before cameras went up. So when you're talking about a wall and putting the middle finger up, are you talking about Robyn?
I'm talking about a few girls that you will see the cranking of the finger as the season progresses. You will see that. Oh, and by the way, I do want to just bring to everyone's attention that I only went to Robyn's room because I was invited. Okay. She made a point to say everyone is invited. And let's just understand here. If everyone was friends, there would be no need to say everyone is invited. She made a point to say you're all invited because she knew that some of us were not in a good place. If she did not want us all in her room, she didn't need to say that. So then cut to like the next day when she's sitting with her master, part 2 of the Broke Girls podcast. And she's like, I don't even know why she would come to my room. Well, because you opened your mouth and you invited me. And then we're in the room and I'm still trying to, make nice and be friendly. And my feet were hurting. So I literally I didn't know those were her slippers. I said, whose slippers are these? You hear me say that?
Okay, so we're getting tons of clarity right now, Candiace.
Yes. I want everybody. I need the neighborhood talk and the shame. I need all the blogs. Hey y'all, I'll see your comments. I need everyone to put on their thinking caps, okay? Their thinking wigs, whatever you put on, and just let's really like look at this. If she didn't want me to put on her slippers, she could have said no, but she said yes. We had a great time in that room. We were all a little tipsy. We had a great time in that room. And I think it needs to be pointed out, and I've seen it be pointed out already, but we've been saying this for years, that Miss Robyn is a different person when she is away from the other half of the Broke Girls. And I just wish that we could acknowledge that and like, let's maybe sit on somebody's couch and break down why you feel the need to be 2 different people around this. Like, is she paying your bills? What is she doing for you that you feel like you have to be 2 different people? Because it is 2 different people. And I hope that you all see that.
But we have to talk about one other thing. You were asking what's going on between me and your friend, Candiace.
Well, I'm gonna switch gears here a minute. As a group collectively, if we're gonna move together and move on, I can't ignore the elephant in the room between you and Candiace. And I feel like that when Candiace is in the room, you're much quieter.
I'm totally
There's really
fine.
nothing to
I'm
face.
totally fine.
Oh.
I mean, there
Okay,
is.
here we go.
She does not want to acknowledge me because she thinks that if she doesn't speak to me, then I will disappear. But my black ass is still sitting.
I know you want the whole group to move forward and all that, and I think that that's beautiful. But I just need for you to understand there is no moving forward with her, for me.
What will it take for you and Giselle to mend your friendship?
There's no friendship. There's nothing to mend. It would take her, it would take an act of God for her to stop lying, and she's not capable of that. She's in the press every hour, lying on me, lying on my husband. It would take her getting a man, I think, number one, and just she needs a break. We need to give her a break. She's worn out. We've ridden the horse far too long.
It's done.
Yeah.
So you're saying, woo, woo. Is it to the fact that how she's calling it out, or do you think there's a different side of the story?
No, I think she has told the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God.
What made you feel that it was okay to bash your friend?
Are you serious?
I just
After
want
you've
accuracy.
trashed me on social media incessantly, really? Do you know what I've gone through? I have gone through torture.
Well, so have I.
First word or phrase, Robyn Dixon.
Fraud.
Oh, I was not
Yeah, maybe you may or may not see some of that. She flipped on me.
Okay, I'm getting coffee now.
I'm not addressing you anymore.
You can dismiss me all you want. The difference between you and me is
Yeah.
I say it to the group and you say it to the internet.
Hold on now, not y'all gang banging Candiace in this bitch. Ashley, you and your forehead, my forehead sister. Miss Rabiana doesn't need you to speak for her. She already has a bitch doing that, and that's Miss Giselle. She has one strap. She don't need two straps in this bitch. What y'all all eating upon, Miss Rabiana?
Run to Twitter and talk all the shit you want about me. I don't give a You're not a victim.
Where are you going?
I'm done. I'm full.
Yeah, girl, you full of shit, okay? So the next part you're about to see is Miss Rabiana storming off. Well, she's already stormed off, but you're about to see her call her sour ass man, and he don't even want to hear the shit, and he ends up hanging up on her stupid ass. And I'm only calling her a stupid ass because she keeps going back to this tired ass man who doesn't see it for her.
Why can't I see you? What's wrong with your FaceTime?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Laundry, like folding clothes.
Oh, okay.
Can I say for the record, I don't give a damn.
I'm glad somebody finally fucking said it, cause I don't give a damn, like I've been saying this whole recap. I don't want to hear any more about Rabiana and Juan. No more Rabiana, no more Juan. No more Rabiana, no more Juan. Damn. Is this the Rabiana show and the Juan show? Okay, so moving on, we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and let's get into Miss Erica and the Denise situation of it all.
So what's going on? What happened after I left?
Girl,
Oh my goodness.
you know, the Denise of it all.
Oh God, Denise. What was she saying?
She was, what you did to my daughters and what you did to my, what you said about my children.
First of all, to insinuate that my daughters at 14 years old would have had a threesome, I think is beyond inappropriate. You're shaking your head.
I'm sick of, you're mad at me for something 4 years ago? You know what it is.
Well,
I was
also-
like, no, I don't. And then, it got to where, like I said, I just said, well, listen, who makes more money on OnlyFans, you or your daughter?
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Because I do understand why you are upset as Denise keeps coming for you for no reason. But you don't talk about the children. Remember when, I guess, what's her name? Eileen, that dry hair bitch. When she brought up a situation of your child, you started acting unhinged. Don't talk about my child. You were acting a goddamn fool. And now you're talking about Denise's child and OnlyFans and being $7 when tickets to your show were $7 allegedly.
Your oldest daughter's on OnlyFans.
She doesn't know?
That is a low blow.
I think it's great. I just want to know who's more profitable, you or Sammy?
Denise Richards officially takes the plunge and is joining OnlyFans. I guess it's like mother, like daughter, the saying ringing true for this duo. The news comes just 1 week after 18-year-old Sammy Sheen did the same.
Whatever they want to do, I just want them happy and follow their passion and their heart.
Denise announced on Instagram Thursday she's launching her own page now, posting a video of herself taking a dip in the ocean in an all-white ensemble captioned, "Ready, here we go, #OnlyFans." Right now, she's charging subscribers $25 a month and already has 2 posts and counting.
So I would want to be my true authentic self.
The choice to join the platform was simple for Denise. To her, there's not a huge difference between OnlyFans and posting bikini pics on Instagram. Less than a week ago, Denise stood up for her daughter Sammy, who received criticism for creating an account on the platform known for sharing adult content. The 51-year-old came to her daughter's defense in full support, saying she wishes she had Sammy's confidence at her age. Denise wrote, quote, "I also can't be judgmental of her choices. I did wild things, and Playboy, quite frankly, her father shouldn't be either."
I think we just want our child to pursue whatever would make them happy, you know, and if that's what they believe would make them happy, then absolutely, as long as they have something to fall back on, some real job.
Guess this job wouldn't make the cut for Charlie. While the actor has always supported his kids' showbiz aspirations, Charlie spoke out about disapproving of his daughter Sammy having an OnlyFans account. In a statement to ET, Charlie said, quote, "I do not condone this, but since I'm unable to prevent it, I urge her to keep it classy, creative, and not sacrifice her integrity."
Have they gotten any of the showbiz bug? Would they want to be and go into acting? Sammy, I think, would be more interested in directing and photography.
Denise quickly clapped back, telling us in a statement, quote, "Sammy is 18, and this decision wasn't based on whose house she lives in. All I can do as a parent is guide her and trust her judgment, but she makes her own choices."
I don't ever want to push my kids to do something they don't want to do, but I encourage them, if that is something they want to do, then to try it and explore different things.
Only time will tell whether Denise's new OnlyFans is a hit, but it looks like she's pretty confident in her own skin.
You're unbelievable.
I am.
I just read an article about your daughter in Bustle, and I thought it was so interesting. Now, I am naive. I don't know. I'm very naive about a lot of things, too. I don't understand. I don't know what OnlyFans is. I've heard about it.
I didn't either.
Okay, so I've heard about it because of Larsa Pippen and because of you and your daughter. And what is OnlyFans? It's a site where people get to like, it's like flirty or it's like full nudity or like, what is OnlyFans?
OnlyFans is whatever you want it to be. And to me, I thought of it as back in the day when you would join a fan club.
Oh,
of
okay.
Someone.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like that kind of thing. And yes, is there stuff on there that's more risque? Sure.
There's a
But
spectrum, you're saying.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Okay. So what?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
But what? It's a site for fans to get exclusive content.
Yeah.
So video content. Okay. So
And pictures.
And pictures.
And communicating, whatever.
And messaging people.
Yeah.
So it's a world, and it's a business for many people, right? It's like a business.
I learned it's a business.
Okay. I'm saying like some
I
people
didn't know at the time though.
So some people are TikTok famous, some people are Instagram famous, and some people are like OnlyFans famous, right? Like, or you have to be famous.
I don't
before.
know that. No, there's a lot of people on OnlyFans that are not household names.
Okay.
There's a lot of different people on there that do different things. And
like niche, like Cameo had different categories of people that would send messages. That
and
okay.
it's also some people do, cooking or building a house, whatever.
Normal cooking, like you don't have to be wearing sexy. You can do normal cooking.
You can do normal cooking on there.
Why
are
aren't
people,
I on OnlyFans doing normal cooking?
Know.
I do caviar, baked potato, cottage cheese.
Maybe you should.
Yeah,
it's
Why can't I do caviar, baked potato, cottage cheese on OnlyFans?
I'm sure they would like if you were naked, but
okay.
You could.
Naked, babe, naked.
You could do whatever you want. It's whatever you want.
Naked potatoes.
I think that what gave it the perception was a lot of adult film actors are on the page. And so I think that's where it came from. I don't know. I actually don't know, to be honest with you. But all I know is my daughter joined it and she got so much backlash. And I was I was upset for her because I know what that's like to get backlash for something and have people say stuff. And she's so young.
She's 19?
Yeah, she's 19.
And she was 18 when she got
was
the
18,
backlash?
which is very young.
Right. But what was she went on there. What was her job before
She's not
that?
showing, she was in school.
Okay.
She didn't have like a job.
Okay.
But she wasn't even showing topless. So she still got backlash.
She was just being like sexy.
Yeah, she was
just
wearing bathing suits or, I've never been on her page.
Why? You can't handle it?
I would think sometimes it's weird for me to even go on my kid's Instagram because I'm like, I don't know.
I did want to address the OnlyFans thing. I was surprised. So first of all, I was shocked that
You weren't the only one surprised.
Yeah,
I think.
I was surprised that your daughter Sammy, she has an account.
I
on
was
OnlyFans.
surprised she did too.
And how old is she?
She's 18.
Oh, so she doesn't need your permission or
No,
her dad's
no.
permission. And is she doing well with it?
I think so. I think she is doing well with it. I think, she mentioned it to me that she was going to do it. Quite frankly, I didn't even know. I had heard of OnlyFans. I had never been on there, so I didn't even know really what it was, but I heard obviously a lot of different things. And, she reassured me that she was going to keep it very tasteful and do, mainly like bikini stuff, like bathing suit and stuff like that. And the reason why I wanted to join was because she got so much backlash for that I didn't think it was really fair. And I've done things in my career, I've done Playboy and I was in Wild Things and I've done sexy shoots before promoting movies and stuff like that. And sometimes people will say negative things. Well, a lot of times they do and a lot of times they don't. But I thought this is not fair that she would be getting so much backlash when a lot of people post stuff like that, even just on Instagram.
Yes, of course.
Not to take it as far as you can take it on OnlyFans, obviously. But still, it's like I just felt that it was, not really fair for her to get that kind of backlash.
I think that people are still to this day are under the impression that OnlyFans is porn. And that's simply not the case. And we've got housewives on there cooking. You know what I mean? Like it's
you can do all kinds of things.
You can find everything on
whatever
OnlyFans.
You want to do, you do. So it's not, I personally don't have subscribed to anyone's page, so I haven't gone on to see anyone else's pages, but I've had obviously people tell me, different things that it's not porn.
So you're doing more, is it photo shoots? I mean, you're a beautiful woman. You're doing what, clothes, bikini?
I do bikini. I do lingerie. I do stuff that is sexier because I also think, why not if I'm able to?
Yes.
Be able to do something that's also outside of some of the more conservative stuff that I post on my Instagram. I do show my boobies.
Yeah, so you do
my
topless.
tush, yeah.
You show your tush and your boobies.
Yeah.
So you will do topless, and then
I feel like they're already out there if you Google them.
Yeah.
And some of them, by the way, aren't mine. My head's been on other people's bodies. I've over the years I've learned it's very bizarre. I'm like, whoa.
And then, how many? Do you have any idea how many subscribers you have at this point?
I don't. I just look at. It's taken me a while to navigate the actual page.
Yes.
And all the messages and the DMs and commenting and stuff like that. So that's what I focus on. And it's not, to me, it's more of a throwback to the old, when you join a fan site.
Yes.
It's just more, it's very contemporary fan site.
But it's lucrative, correct?
Yeah, that I had no idea.
So you were shocked when you got your first
shocked.
check. And do they put the money right in the account? I mean, how does that work?
You set up an account and then you do like a draw or something.
Is it once a month or does the money come every day? Like
however often you want to do it.
I see.
It's there, you can do it.
How many draws do you get a month?
You can do it as often as you want.
Oh, so you just kind of go and log on and like, give me my money?
While I'm doing my comments and stuff like that, and I'll check it. I'm like, oh, maybe I should deposit that.
So someone could make a couple $100,000 a year or more? More.
You could do that
Million?
possibly in a month or so,
A couple $100,000 a month.
You could.
Wow.
A lot of people have.
What are we doing here talking?
I don't know what we're doing here at
get in
Sirius
front of a
XM.
camera.
I know.
I know that a lot of people have made a lot of money, and like I said, I did it for
supporting my daughter, who
Yeah.
being a mom who was an actress who's done stuff, and I just thought it's empowering too, as a woman and a man, to be able to take control, and you own
Take care of
all
yourself
the
and, yeah.
content, and a lot of the other platforms we don't own the content, so it's nice to be able to also control it too.
I wanted to ask what I did to you for you to do what you did about my kids, and
It has nothing to do with your kid. Do you remember at your barbecue?
Yep.
There was a table of us, a round table of the kids, and we were all talking about threesome, sexual stuff, whatever.
Well, not all of us.
Hold on. You just talked about your husband's big dick 5 minutes
I did
before.
not talk about it at a dinner with my kids at the next table, Erica.
I think also she obviously was upset that we were talking about threesomes at her barbecue and the kids were not that far away.
When we were at her barbecue, we were talking about threesomes and having sex. Meanwhile, she just talked about how big Aaron's dick was.
You guys are married over a year now.
Yes, and he's let himself go. She's joking. Honey, I'm joking.
Oh, I'm like,
He still has a big penis and big muscles, so it's all good.
Denise, I'm right. Anyway, my
No,
point
you're
is
not
this.
right.
I am right.
No, you're not.
Listen, Denise, I have nothing left for you. You can think however you want of me. You can feel however you want. I have nothing left to say. I didn't want this fight.
Yeah, you did. You needed it to get off of all the other going on in your life.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely. That's what you do. You
Denise.
deflect. Erica, stop being so condescending.
We love seeing you back on The Housewives.
Oh, thank you.
How was that experience?
Well, I did like a dinner episode.
I believe it's being called the dinner party from hell.
So I've heard. And unfortunately, I didn't do any confessionals. So they all had like a little opinion about me, but whatever, I don't care. It was a weed party thrown by someone who's sober, so whatever.
Do you feel that's unfair when you've been put in that position and then you don't get to do a confessional?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I could obviously say stuff here or on, social media, but it is what it is.
Denise, now I don't want to drug shame, but you don't need to come back until you off of whatever you were on, because your ass was acting oh so woozy, and I don't think it was the alcohol, but I don't want to make any allegations. I'm just saying, girl. Okay, so the next scene we're about to see is, hold on, let me check my notes because the bitch's memory is going sour. We're now about to see the incident between, I guess, Dorit and Garcelle, because they keep falling out in this bitch.
What were you and Garcelle talking about that you guys got so heated over?
But we are having a good time, you guys. This was not
If you
said
have
as
to
a
say it like that, we're not having a good time.
I'm saying that because you just attacked me.
I did not attack you. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
After that, I cried to sleep.
Losing sleep and crying, girl, get it together. I know the stereotype that comes with the word attacked, as from, if you're a black woman, it's not good to use that word, I guess, with them in certain situations, but you are on a reality show and y'all do attack each other often, so I don't think she was using the word in a sour way towards you. It's just the word that came to her mind. And why the fuck you not crying over your glam? Because that shit be looking crazy.
You blocked me because I didn't like your glam. Your glam. Your glam. Didn't like your glam. You should be mad at the stylist and not mad at me, ho. Like Girliana, I didn't do your hair, I didn't style you. So take it up with that bitch being your stylist. You should be mad at the stylist and not mad at me, ho. Garcelle, 1-800, take it up with your stylist and not with me. You know I love you. You blocked me because I didn't like your glam. Your glam. Your glam. Didn't like your glam.
You not crying over that when they be having you look a mess? Huh? But you crying over the word attacked? Attack? Not the glam? Okay. Let me stop. I do understand again the connotation with the word attacked and angry black woman and so on, but I don't think that was Dorit's intention or intent, as all of the girls have used that word on this show. I know you probably shouldn't be using it with Garcelle, and I'm not defending Dorit in any way because I don't care for her that much. I'm just saying, like, I don't think her intention was to be racist or to make Garcelle feel sour. I just think that's how she felt in the moment. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe she is a racist ass bitch. I'm not around Dorit 24/7 to know if she is a racist ass bitch, but I just didn't get that vibe.
And I woke up and I wasn't better. I mean, the word attack.
Dorit was not trying to hurt anybody. But then again, you know, everybody has their own experience.
I used a word that was offensive to Garcelle and made a mistake. She had a very strong reaction to it. And it was a moment where I think there was just like, it felt like everything just went super silent.
I'm very, very sorry that I've triggered a nerve and I've offended you or upset you or any of it. And I would love to have a conversation with you about it.
I'm good.
No,
I'm
Garcelle,
good.
honey,
Nope,
there's...
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not here to educate you. I'm not.
Well, I think you have.
That's on you.
Okay.
When we're getting in heated conversations, to you can kind of go towards that
Aggressive. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, if Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. Okay, I am living for Sutton sympathizing or like understanding why Garcelle would feel the way that she does feel. So yes for that.
I want to leave the floor to you because I know...
I appreciate that.
You know,
yeah,
you've said that you don't feel like I hear you, and I really want to make sure that not only I do, but you feel like I do.
I appreciate that. So I would like to go first.
We're on both on the same page.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. The other night was tough.
But we are having a good time, you guys. This was not
If you
said
have
as
to
a
say
direct...
it like that, we're not having a good time.
I'm saying that because you just attacked me.
You have to know who you're dealing with. There are 3 words you don't say to black women. You don't say aggressive, you don't say attack, and you don't say angry.
kind of go towards that
Aggressive. Yes, 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 yes. I'm not here to educate you. That's not my job. I don't have the bandwidth to do it. But I feel like you need to be aware of who you're talking to and when you're talking to them and what you say.
If it's offended you in any way...
Oh, it has. That's why we're here.
This is too much for me. Okay, again, hold on, because from back here... Okay, my eyes are not fucking sour, but from back here they look sour as fuck. I think it's the reflection. But anyways, it's nice to see Dorit and Garcelle sit down, and Dorit being open to understand how she was wrong in this situation, even though she may not feel that she was wrong. It's nice to see her be open to listening how she was wrong in this situation, if you know what I mean. And I understand again where Garcelle is coming from, not completely, as I'm not a black woman, so I can't relate in that sense, but I do understand using like certain words kind of stereotypes black people and to be specific, black women in general. But like I said earlier too, I don't think Dorit meant to use the word attack with any racial malice, but she still said it. So I guess you gotta watch what you say, okay?
I was emotional for 2 days. I went to bed crying, I woke up crying. I drove to the beach because I couldn't figure out why I was so triggered by that. But I was absolutely triggered by that.
You apologized even though you didn't have the intention of hurting her. That night was very hard for me to experience for the two of you because I could see both sides. It's a big deal, this conversation. It's a big deal what happened with you guys. That's why this show is so interesting and powerful, that people can really learn from it.
Absolutely. Certainly think it's important that everyone absolutely is.
Feels to me like there's something that you're...
What does it feel like?
I don't know
That
exactly.
I'm racist?
I'm not labeling
But
you.
there's
I'm not
implication
labeling.
here, so
no,
I want to know
you know what? If there's racist undertone, that's not my fault. I'm
Because
not calling
if
you
it's simply
anything.
about me using a word that triggered you, if that's what this is about, then I'm apologizing. But it sounds like there's something more.
Okay, yes, Dorit, for apologizing, even though it's giving a little bit defensive. I'm here for you apologizing, though, for using the word attack. But I'm also wondering the same as Dorit, like, what is Garcelle trying to imply, like, or not imply, because I shouldn't say how Garcelle felt in the situation of what she went through with Dorit, but what is she trying to imply? Are you trying to say Dorit is racist? Is she giving you racist vibes? You're calling her a Karen. You're using all of these adjectives to kind of like describe her as a racist, especially when you use Karen. Now, I'm not saying her behavior doesn't exhibit a Karen. I'm just saying, like, what are you trying to mean by using these words? Help the audience know to get a clear picture instead of dancing around whatever you're trying to say, Miss Garcelle.
I mean, you do realize I'm Jewish, Garcelle. Both being from marginalized communities, that we would have some common ground.
Dorit, girl, Jewish ain't got nothing to... Okay, hold on. You wrong analogy of some sort. You can't relate in that sense, and I don't like that you used that, girl. Maybe you are a racist dumb bitch. I don't want to conclude that from what I just saw and what you just said, but I'm just... What did that have to do with...
Because it does seem like you are trying to...
I'm not trying to do anything.
It doesn't feel that way.
Well, then that's on you. Thank you so much.
Well, it definitely feels like everything is on me right now.
Okay.
Garcelle has had enough of Dorit in her shit, okay? So the next scene we're going to see in here is, what are we going to see? Hold on, let my memory work. Okay, yes, the girls are at a lunch-in, and they are going to start playing games that pertain around answering questions, and some of them, well, you're about to see. Why the fuck am I just telling you? Get into it.
Oh, look at Kyle. Kyle's like...
Okay, guys, so we're going to play a game. This is Girls' Night Out Table Topics. What is appropriate for husbands when it comes to communicating with other women on social media?
You're not supposed to
Murder. I think Instagram is literally the worst thing for relationships. I hate it. I think it's terrible.
I've had like a fight with Mo over that. I hate that.
I wish I was the kind of person that could just laugh that type of thing off and be like, oh, look at you. But I don't. And not only does it feel disrespectful, but it also is like we're in the public eye and people can see who you follow and comment.
You know, you're really disrespecting your spouse in a public forum. And that's like even worse. That's even worse.
Mo certainly knows that his wife would not tolerate him engaging with younger, attractive women on social media. There might be another couple that the wife would not mind at all.
If Marcellus wanted to look at beautiful women on Instagram, we don't have rules per se, but I also don't have trust issues. My husband is the one who, when we first started dating, we would go places and he would be like, oh, honey, I slept with her before. So it's like, if you like somebody's picture and I know it's so-and-so that you used to date in 2003, why would I be upset about that? I already know that you used to date her. Me and Marcellus are different though. We have the horrible conversations. We have the worst conversations. Like, we talk about the worst stuff. Like, people always want it like rainbows and butterflies and like husband, tell me, like 8.5. Marcellus calls me 8.5, and you're like, how does that make you feel? I'm like, great, it's a badge of honor. Like, it's so funny because I asked so many of my girlfriends that. I'm like, what would you do if your husband said you were 8.5? Oh my God, I'd be so upset and I'd divorce him. I'm like, why? Like I'm not that woman. Like, I don't need, like, don't lie to me. Like, keep it real. That's why I trust my husband, because he always is real with me. He's not going to call me a 10 because I'm not a 10. Like, right? So why would I ever think he's lying? Because he tells me all the bad stuff, right?
I'm not talking about like if Mo's liking your photos on Instagram or says something, that's totally different. I'm talking about something that doesn't
make
really
much
unnecessary,
sense. Right?
And makes me want to grow a horn and a tail and kill people.
It happens. It happens. That's why I was so glad I was married to someone much older. Didn't even know what social media was. Didn't help much, but there wasn't that.
Lucky.
Yeah. Well, got over in a lot of other ways.
But also, you don't have to follow every single person and like all their photos. But yeah, no, I don't like that at all. At all.
I heard there's a birthday in the house.
Here. You guys.
Oh, yummy.
Oh my God, you guys, the cutest. Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3, go.
Yay! This is so cute, you guys.
Would you ever date a woman?
Stefanos.
I was telling him that I overthink these things, and then you clearly just don't overthink. You just
I'm a little covered.
Yeah. Can you imagine I show up at my house with a throat tattoo? Where am I going to put it? That's the other thing.
That's on you.
Did I tell you that Mo asked me how many I had, and he said he didn't know?
You look amazing.
Oh, thanks.
How many tattoos do you have right now?
5.
Seriously?
This is the first.
That one I know.
This is the second.
Oh, I forgot
This is
about
the third. This is the fourth. This is the fifth.
I mean, you have 5. You said 5.
I have 5, yeah.
I got into a fight with someone on my Instagram about you.
About me?
Something about my tattoos, and Kyle's trying to look like this, and I was like, who cares? I mean, like, and I think, too, like, Kyle, I've got her in Kyle Richards.
Oh, yeah.
Corrupted her into getting a few tattoos.
She's got like 5 tattoos.
She's got like 5
Oh,
tattoos
really?
now.
She was hanging out with Morgan getting
She's on
added
the
up.
life. She's on the life. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
but I remember we were getting in a car, and the Uber, I was the first one to get in there, and like the driver picking us up was like real skeptical of me, like kind of asking, and
You're holding
it
Kyle
pissed
hostage.
her off.
She hasn't given a response. What are your thoughts on that?
We are very good friends.
Okay, so it's just a rumor, right?
Yes.
Okay, just a rumor. Thank you so much.
Friends with benefits? Best friends, matching tattoos?
We have matching tattoos too.
Wait a minute.
Wait, we need to see those tattoos.
She's not the only one I have a matching tattoo.
Oh, okay, we see it. Thank you.
They're gonna assume you're having like a midlife crisis or something with the extra tattoo, but it's
Great, Morgan. Thanks.
Ooh, what do we have here? You better live it up. 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 I know a Strappiana when I see one. Ooh, get the strap. You better live it up. Get the strap. You better live it up. Dyke, dyke, dyke. Dyke, dyke, dyke. You better live it up. I know a Strappiana when I see one. What do we have here? Dyke, dyke, dyke. Dyke, dyke, dyke. You better live it up. 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 Get the strap.
Okay. Amazon customer says, I read that you initially regretted introducing Morgan Wade to RHOBH. Can you elaborate on why? Yes, because it's this week's episode on this Wednesday, I guess it's tomorrow night, is the episode where Morgan performs on the show. And she came on as a favor to me because my best friend, since I'm 7 years old, passed away. She committed suicide May 1st. And it was a really important event for me. It was a celebration of life. And I just wanted to bring more awareness and have suicide be more of an open conversation, because it's such a taboo topic, and families that go through such a hard time suffering, the survivors don't want to talk about it because there's shame. And so I really wanted to do an important episode and to honor Laureen, and just to bring light to suicide and what it does to people, and help people that are struggling, whether people struggling with depression or you're a survivor of losing someone. And Morgan has talked a lot about that in her music. Some songs, one of her songs, The Night, addresses that specifically. And she does 2 different versions of The Night. And she, knew how much I was struggling with, after losing Laureen, and she offered to, well, I asked her, and then she said, yes, she'd be happy to, because she was in the middle of touring, and she came and, sang at this event, as a favor to me. And all of a sudden, she's an artist, she just wants to make music. And all of a sudden she was thrust into this like world of gossip and tabloids and, traveling and having, paparazzi take pictures of her. And she just doesn't like any of that. She doesn't want the attention. She doesn't want to be talked about. She just wanted to make music. And all of a sudden it was like, I had a lot of guilt, like, that I put her in this position. And even though she would tell me, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, of course I felt bad, because it gave her anxiety, seeing these headlines and just like I said, being thrust into the spotlight brought her anxiety. And, like myself, she suffers from anxiety, so I felt terrible to have put her in that position. Anyway, so I think she's kind of adjusted a bit to it now, but that doesn't, it's still not going away. It's all very new to her.
In Ojai, you had a question for the ladies.
Holy
It definitely came out of left field.
You know what? 2 reasons I said that. A, for shock value. B, because I'm at a place in my life where I'm just like, I don't know. I have 0 judgment. Do you think I would ever get a tattoo before? So I was like, who am I to say? I don't know.
That's my
I'm not judging anything. Like, who knows? Whatever.
That's the best thing I've heard you say all day.
At the time, it was very meaningless to me. I just thought it was one of those provocative questions that we ask each other, like for fun. But now I'm like, oh, maybe she's curious other people's perspectives.
Was she planting a seed? Was she checking to see what we would think of it?
I think she's kind of like fighting inner demons. So I think in asking that question, she's kind of putting out feelers to her friends.
Are we safe territory?
Yeah. Would we be okay with it if she decided, to love someone else?
Yeah.
Scrubbing everything clean and starting, from sort of scratch of my own beliefs and, and I'm just a lot more open-minded about a lot of things across the board.
Good for you.
I mean, my girl is saying to me, like, Mom, I can't believe you got tattoos. I love this new, enlightened, open-minded version of you. And
whatever you need to do, or whatever this is, this time in your life that makes you happy, whether it's dating women, not dating women, that's you. And you need to feel good about what you're doing. And whether you stay with Mauricio, don't stay with Mauricio, whatever you guys work out, it's really between the 2 of you. You deserve to make yourself happy. You've been through enough. Just live your life. It's fine. That's how I feel about it. I've been with a woman. I think it's great to have had that experience, but I don't think it's for me. I really like penises. That's how I feel. That's just where I'm at. I probably would do something on the other side of that.
What's that?
More penis.
If I had to answer it today, I'd say maybe. I don't think I could say a hard no. Obviously, if I wasn't with PK.
I know Dorit's been with a girl. She admitted it.
Dorit says maybe.
Dorit said maybe, and she already said she's been.
Or she kissed a girl. She kissed a girl.
In college or something. Where's your phone? Wait,
You do it.
No,
I'm not doing
Wait,
it.
where's my phone?
I'm already at
Damn
bad
it, where's my damn
place
phone?
with it.
Hey Siri, call Dorit Kemsley.
Hey Siri.
Hi, this is
Oh, Dorit. God.
Have her call. Just say Dorit, call it.
Call me when you can. No, actually, call me fast.
I love men.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I fell in love with someone, I understand that too, falling in love with someone and they happen to be the same sex.
This is a personal question.
Yeah, and that's why I'm answering it from my point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love men and I want to be with a man, but I could see how people fall in love with someone because of who they are, not necessarily what they're made of. But it's interesting that Kyle would bring that up.
Ooh, what do we have here?
Boy, you got it. Hit them hydraulics while I ride it.
You better live it up.
Initially, I was drawn to Morgan by her music. Morgan's lyrics really spoke to me because she was just so raw and open and honest and just putting it all out there.
You say I'm too young for you. You're scared I'm too right for you.
And I admire that in someone, especially someone who has struggled with that myself. I appreciate that quality in someone.
Kyle, I'ma do you like I told Robbie Anna. You need to leave that man for your strap, because obviously you are sick of him. You sick of him going on Instagram. You sick of him working. You sick of this. You sick of that. And obviously the strap is more entertaining to you and knows more about you and how many tattoos that you have and all about your body and writing songs for you. So live it on up, girl. I don't this whole storyline with you and Mauricio being dragged out all season, I've really had enough, girl. So like I said, live it on up. Be happy if that's what you want to do, and get your strap. Okay, so let me check my notes and see what we got going on next. Okay, so the next thing we going to see in this bitch is Miss Anna Maria. If y'all don't know who she is, because y'all barely see this bitch, she's a new girl. So yes, that's her. She has issues with Sutton and her esophagus. So let's get into that.
Okay. Jax, forget something.
You guys, not to change the subject, but yeah. Sutton, you guys know her the best, right? I feel like you guys are the closest with her. Small esophagus. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse.
Okay, I have a
it's
question for
driving
you.
me bananas.
Why do you care?
Because I'm in healthcare.
Well, lady, you might want to take your stupid ass. Hold on. You might want to take your nice ass back to school, because the girls are saying that you don't know what you're talking about. That what you're saying is false, and that what Sutton has could be very much true, and that you shouldn't be speaking on it as a nurse or somebody part of the medical community. So I think you need to be worried about finding more storylines.
Okay, so a bunch of you guys tagged me in this clip of Anna Marie talking to Sutton about her esophagus, and I finally had time to watch the episode, so now I'm gonna weigh in. I think it was very disturbing how Anna Marie was like weaponizing her medical profession to tell Sutton things about her own condition. I'm gonna digress a little bit here and just talk about the esophagus. So the esophagus exists for one reason, which is to get food from your mouth into your stomach. It's just like a long, narrow tube. Sometimes the esophagus can have a stricture, which is a narrowing, and it can be severe or it can be mild. The first symptom that patients usually present with is difficulty swallowing. So you don't just chew your food more. Like, a stricture is a stricture, and you can chew your food all you want, but unless you blend it into a smoothie, if your stricture is narrow, you're gonna have like the feeling of some food stuck in your esophagus. The most common cause is GERD, which is reflux disease, very common, peptic ulcer disease, cancer, eosinophilic esophagitis. Now, I specialize in thoracic anesthesia, so I'm very, very familiar with the procedures that we use to dilate the narrowing. It's basically, we put a scope down the patient's mouth and go into the esophagus and locate where the stricture is. And then using a bougie, a balloon, or a guided wire, we are able to tent open the stricture a little bit more. I have done hundreds of these surgeries, and it's a minor procedure. You do have to undergo general anesthesia for it most of the time.
Scoured all of my medical books. I went to work.
She asked questions.
I asked anesthesiologists. I asked ENTs. They said, you can say that to a lay person, but if you say that to someone in medicine, you look stupid. Small esophagus is not the reason. Did you have an eating disorder?
Coming to you live from my kitchen counter in pajamas, because this is the only time I'm going to have to do this. I've been meaning to respond to the countless number of messages, DMs, and tweets about the Beverly Hills Sutton esophagus issue with Anne Marie. I just haven't had time, so here's my quick take. I'm not going to bore you with the medical details. Tiffany Moon did a great post, so if you want to go check that out, go for it. But here's my personal opinion on this. This is not a question about whether you are a nurse, a CRNA versus a physician. It does not matter where you fall in the spectrum, all the way from being a tech to being a doctor. You join the profession to be an advocate for patients. And as such, it is not our place to belittle, question or demean a patient's symptoms or diagnosis. We are there to facilitate and help the patient through the medical process. And it was just very uncomfortable and cringy to watch Anne-Marie belittle Sutton's symptoms in such a way. She's a lovely person, Anne-Marie. I met her at BravoCon. We sat on the panel, but that scene was a no.
What did you think of Dr. Nicole stepping in and giving her assessment online? Because it seems like from what you're telling us right now, it didn't seem like she understood your intention.
Yeah, so I was really very hurt by Dr. Nicole doing that. You know, as a colleague in anesthesia practice, she knows my training, she knows my skill set, she knows my knowledge base. And so I would think that, you know, if you see something and you're kind of wondering, like, why are you going along that line of questioning? Why wouldn't you offer that professional courtesy and reach out to me and kind of ask and say, oh, I wasn't really comfortable with that. Like, why were you doing that? And then as another, you know, reality TV personality, she knows that, you know, you don't always get the full picture. And so I feel like for both of those reasons, it would have made, if she actually was responding because she really cared, she would have reached out to me. And I actually did reach out to her after I was told that she made a video, and, you know, she didn't respond to it, which, you know, shows me that this wasn't so much about clarifying anything for anyone. It was really, unfortunately, about trying to capitalize off of the Beverly Hills show. And, you know, I guess this is what the kids call clout chasing, right? Like, you're just trying to capitalize on the moment for likes and whatever it is. And as I said, as a colleague, that was professionally really inappropriate, I think, and it was very hurtful.
You're implying that she's an eating disorder.
I'm not. For the record, those are Crystal's words, not mine. I never said that.
So nobody else is wondering why she's so concerned with Sutton's esophagus in her throat? Does she want to stick her strap in it? No, I'm playing. But girl, find another storyline, because this is obviously not going anywhere. Or if it is, I'm going to have to stop watching this show, because really?
I'm just taking information that I feel like the other girls wouldn't have known to put together and question, because to them, they don't know. It doesn't make sense, right? They're not in healthcare. So I'm taking information that doesn't make sense. Crystal is taking it a whole step further. Crystal has an eating disorder, so she's probably more sensitive to that, right? And rightfully so. I get that, and I respect that. But don't put that on me. And I will always, 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 I hope you get that by now, I will always own what I say, and I will always say what I mean.
Everywhere I would go, she would grab someone to talk about Sutton's esophagus. She would like go over and suddenly she's like with Teddy talking, and then Garcelle.
And I got up and I moved around. And then I went back maybe an hour later, and there were more people talking about your esophagus.
I think those people had forgotten why they were there. You know what we call that in the South? Tacky.
I'm not purposely talking behind Sutton's back about this. I haven't seen her since. And I've seen other people. And I'm like, hey, let me bounce this off you, because, again, this came from Kyle.
Kyle's friend committed suicide. And this organization, NAMI.
You're a big part of.
Well, I'm an ambassador for. And suicide prevention is a big part of what they do. And they were there that night.
Yeah.
So, and my father committed suicide. So if she thinks that she's going to come up to me.
She didn't know about your dad. She did not know about your dad. But
she knows everything about everything else, but she doesn't know that my dad committed suicide. I do not believe that for 1 second.
I wanted to talk to Sutton about it. And then Garcelle filled me in and said that Sutton's father had also sadly committed suicide. So of course this is not the night to do it at all, right? I'm gonna respect what we're here for, respect Kyle, respect Sutton, respect Lorene, and it's not the night to do it. So I didn't want to bring it up to her then. But then Garcelle went to Sutton and said, probably like, hey, she's talking about it again, which whatever it is, what it is.
It doesn't matter even if she didn't know. Where are you, Anna Marie? This is basically a memorial service.
Right.
We have family members present. What are you doing? I dare you.
And on that note, I want to thank you for watching In Bed with the Wig, and I will be back next Sunday, and we're going to leave out with my book, Housewives Games, which is kind of low-key inspired by Miss Monica Lewinsky all on my gown. Yes!
Amelia, the master manipulator, knows this all too well. She understands that her job as a housewife is not just about entertaining the masses, but about playing the game of power, influence, and survival. As the show progresses, Amelia finds herself entangled in a web of intricate relationships with her fellow housewives. Friendships turn into rivalries, and alliances are tested as they vie for the center stage. Secrets are whispered, scandals are exposed, and carefully constructed facades begin to crumble, revealing the true nature of these women. But Amelia is not one to be outshined. She knows that to remain relevant, she must adapt and evolve. She becomes a master of manipulation, whispering sweet nothings to the right people, planting seeds of doubt in the minds of her enemies, and strategically positioning herself in the narrative that unfolds before the camera's lens.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.